darling of Chryslerdom, Elana Scherr. Elana, how are you?
Oh, girl. Hey, how you doing, Elana?
I'm doing pretty good. You guys hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Excellent
How
is
you
right.
guys doing?
We are doing fine. We have we just covered a great piece from Harbor Freight. They have a Tools for Schools program where they're trying to put money in the hands of schools and educators who teach kids how to do stuff with their hands.
That's awesome. I think I saw a press release about that. That's a good idea.
That's how I found it. I got an email and said, hey, let's follow up on this and see what we can do. But so and also on following up, it's been a while. We love
where you been?
We love to follow on your travels.
Yeah.
So
last time I talked to you guys, I think all your project cars were snowed in, and that was like 2 winters ago.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, winter, New York, snowed in. Oh, that never happens.
Yeah. Well, they're out and kicking now, so that's
heck yeah.
That's a good thing. So now, Elana, I know since then you've shifted around some job responsibilities as well, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
In a year.
Yeah, I know. I know. Well, that's how things happen. You blink and a year goes by. I'm reminded every time there's birthday candles is like now they use flares.
Yeah, you remember when you were a little kid and like the school year seemed forever before you get to summer vacation, and now it's just like, wait, that was 3 Junes ago.
I know. And summer seems so long. Now it's like blink, okay, yeah, back to leaves. Damn. So now you're with Roadkill, correct?
Yeah, so, I've been with Hot Rod Magazine for about 4 years, and it was fantastic. I got no complaints about being there. But David Freiberger, who had originally hired me at Hot Rod, he moved over to do Roadkill brand stuff full-time. So Roadkill, if anybody who's listening doesn't know, it started as a video offshoot of Hot Rod that was like a little more low budget, a little funnier, a little less kind of top shelf.
Right.
And
more regular guy stuff.
More regular guys, a lot of young folks, a little bit looser kind of boundaries in terms of domestic or non-domestic cars, and the cars covered, the years go sort of further up. So while it still has sort of a muscle car center, it's just not nearly as strict. And so the videos started doing really well, and they had a website, and they had like a little quarterly magazine, and he asked, Freiberger's general approach to things is to keep coming up with good ideas until he can no longer handle them. And so he needed another person along with his co-host Finnegan. So he asked me if I would come on and sort of take over the website and the magazine and help him out with a lot of the sort of social media stuff. So that's what I've been doing for the last year.
Well, no one can ever accuse him of not knowing where to find the right talent for the job, I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
That's
You are so nice.
Yeah, I believe it. And I'll tell you something. I have in front of me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of your last...
I thought that was tool store coupons there for a second.
No, these are Alana's Daily Driver Diaries columns.
Yes. Those are good.
How many words? It's like 300 words or something. How many is that?
Yeah, 300. It's always 300.
I have trouble with 300 words. But, I actually had my wife read these yesterday. I said, you want to see how a real pro can write? I said, these things, to me, that's the best part of Hot Rod Magazine. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the writing's really good, yeah.
Don't let the other guys hear you say that.
No, but that's okay. I'll tell some stuff to them if I ever talk to them anyway. But, yeah. Aww. No, because these columns are a slice of life that we all can associate with. Let's see. They're out of order, but you did one about the headliner in your Polara falling down, and yeah.
I still haven't fixed it, by the way.
Good.
That's all right. That's where they have staplers, needles,
Right. You actually did one where you pitted the Dodge Polara versus the Opel GT. The Polara won 5-4. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was brilliant. The other one, how to make people, what does it say here, is, how do I make my wife, kids, boyfriend, grandma love cars, where actually the best question is, when will your Challenger get done? That was another great one. But the answer, you had the answer at the end. You said trade, and I'll read right from the column. You said, if your wife went to a car show with you, go to a movie with her. If your boyfriend spent the day in the garage while you sanded a fender, go to the sportsing game with him.
Sportsing game.
Or whatever is non-car people do for fun.
I hear that's what it's called.
That's a new one on me. The point is, show interest in their stuff, and they'll be more apt to show in yours, which is so true.
It's a give and take.
you did one about finding cars flying in a helicopter over Los Angeles, and of course you spotted our favorites, the Gen 2 Camaros.
You're killing me.
You're killing me too. And the last one was, of course, how to tangle your hair in an Opel GT.
The Opel GT.
Which
got a soft spot for that thing.
Yeah. So
the Opel GT gave me a lot of trouble yesterday, which, I don't want to give away my next column, but
okay.
The Polara needed new front tires. It had this really bulged front tire. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I better take the Opel for the driving I'm doing today. And I get about 2 miles from home, and I get a flat tire in the Opel.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
It's like, really? But,
yeah, well, that happened. So, obviously you had a spare, I hope.
I could tell by that.
That would be the sensible thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't have a spare.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, no, we got the problem solved. Took the tire off. Made it to there was a tire shop that was nearby. So, and amazingly, I don't know what new car it is. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm guessing maybe, Mitsubishi Mirage or something. Apparently there are enough modern new cars that take a 175/70 13 that they had 4 Falcons in stock, and they're like $60 a piece. So
really?
Falcon?
Yeah, well, listen.
Will you say it with your accent, right?
Okay, if you want to talk about Falcon tires, I've had 4 Falcon tires on a couple of my cars. In fact, one of my cars does still have 4 Falcon tires on it right now. I love those Falcon tires. And my
it's a running joke around here.
Yes, but I didn't know. The thing I'm incredulous about is that they're 13 inches available. I have a buddy out here with an old BMW 2002. We can't get 13-inch tires out here anymore.
They laugh at you. 14's even.
Right.
14's. The Chevelle could use some tires. Forget it.
Something new must square them, because I called. I was expecting him to be like, "What now?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I got those." And I was like, "No, like you have them in the store?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got 4 of them."
Wow,
cool.
Okay.
Is that from a trailer? I upsized the wheels on my Fiat from 13-inch to 14-inch. Well, because the wheels I have on there are super light and really nice. I don't particularly like the look of them, but they're nice for unsprung weight. And they do take 14-inch tires. That car does have 4 Falcon tires shod on those Maserati rims. Yeah.
I've seen like some folks who are running autocross and stuff with Opel GTs will put 15s on them, but man, it doesn't look quite right.
Yeah.
The car wasn't designed for that.
Kind of like an overstuffed roller skate.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it's a little bit of a cartoony car as it is, but
true. It looks like somebody took a Corvette and threw it in the dryer for too long.
Well, that was it. Back when I was a teenager, we were hanging out in the park. I don't even know if we were driving yet, and some guy across the street had an Opel GT. It was brand new.
Okay.
And we looked at it like, oh my God, it looks like a little Corvette. What is that? It was just. So I've liked them ever since then, although I've never had the pleasure of owning one. I went to the Italian.
You guys will have to come out and visit. I got new tires on it now, so we can go anywhere.
Cool.
Excellent.
Except you have to go one at a time.
Right.
Your own seats, too.
Well, I would say the same about my Fiat. It does have what they say is a back seat, but really you have to sit across in it, and only children can do that any
either
kind
that
of
or adopt a couple of yoga poses. You know.
Right.
Yeah, but actually, I haven't seen an Opel GT around here. And I can't remember when.
Yeah, a friend sent me a Craigslist link about a year ago. I think I sent it over to a lot. It was, I think, in nearby Florida.
Right, yeah.
I saw one in Pennsylvania the last time I was there.
Okay.
I saw one parked there. But,
yeah.
Your Fiat reminds me that the last time that I was in your guys' neighborhood, we weren't able to hook up, but I went to Dominic's. Mm-hmm. You guys know those guys?
What's the name of the shop?
The name of the shop is Dominic's.
It is Dominic.
That
I don't know.
Spadaro. It's all Fiat and Alfa and Lancia.
Do you remember
not too far away from you?
Do you remember what borough he was in? Because there's actually a guy.
No, they were really pretty. It was like you took the what are your fancy little sort of little decorative highway that runs along the side of the island with the tunnels and all the parks.
Well, they all kind of the Southern State Parkway goes east-west.
Yeah.
The Northern State is above it.
It's a famous parkway. This is
okay.
It's not my hood. I don't know it too well.
Right. But, okay.
Yeah, there used to be a guy. I can't remember.
See, there's a guy in Baldwin, but he was Giuseppe who had a Fiat Lancia shop.
No, I think there was a guy named Dominic down Long Island City or Maspeth, maybe.
Okay.
Here, wait, hold on. I got it.
The old country.
the guys who run it now are the original owners' kids, Frank and Santo Spadaro, and it's White Plains.
In White Plains.
White Plains.
Okay,
Westchester. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's up from us. That's a little
right.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should meet those guys. You should take the Fiat by there. You would.
Sure.
That place is amazing.
I had the pleasure of having the company of Povey Pullinan the other day, who is a fantastic guy. Came out from your way. Of course, this went through Billy Velvet, our good buddy Billy G, out in Queens, and Billy kicked him over to me and said, "You gotta call this guy and spend some time with him." And I said, "Absolutely."
Isn't he a darling?
He is. I wish I had more time to spend with him because we really, I think we really I hit it off with him. I hope it was the same way. And we talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, I know I talked a lot. He listened because he told me, talk, and I'll listen. So,
Well, I'm jealous because he got to ride in the Pontiac, and last time I was there, it wasn't running.
That's right. I'd run it by you, and I ran it by him. What choice? Because I never met the guy. I didn't know if he was 6'5", if he was 400 pounds. You're not going to put someone of any large proportion in the Fiat. And you called. You said he'd go for the goat, and he said the same thing. I caught him on his train ride. He says, I think we'll go for the Pontiac. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, them Australians like them V8s. They're like us that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we talked about Holdens and all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, just a fantastic. So Povey works for you. Is that correct, Elana?
Well, so Povey is a freelancer. He works for like a muscle car magazine in Australia, but he lives in the United States, so he's sort of an editor at large over there. And he's a great photographer and a really good writer. In fact, he did the cover story on the most recent issue of Roadkill, which I'll have to send you guys a copy. But he went out to Texas to hang out with this kid who built a four junkyard turbo powered Camaro.
Right.
And
Jeez.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does all kinds of stuff. He works for different magazines and things. But I originally first met him on the Hot Rod Drag Week.
Okay.
A couple of years ago, because he would come out to shoot photos for the Australian magazine.
Right.
And I thought his stuff was good, and I thought he was pretty funny. He does a lot of Bonneville stuff as well. Yeah,
a cool counterculture kind of guy. I was, not surprised when I saw the image that I saw. I said, okay, he fits. That works. And then as we talked and shared stories, I said, oh, yeah, he's definitely living the dream, this guy. And age difference notwithstanding, we kind of fit right in. I mean, he, I guess he was polite enough to fit in with me, the old guy, which was very nice. I appreciated that. But
I'm sure he had a great time, and you guys must have been pretty funny with the dueling accents.
Oh, yeah. Well, with me, right, because I was almost going to try and speak Australian, but I figured, better just leave it like this.
Nah, we're more entertaining to listen to anyway, just, people.
I did pull the Trump card.
You guys should have just swapped accents. You should have tried to have an Australian accent.
Oh, my God. That would have been so funny.
Right.
That would have been funny. I did bring him down here to the radio station. He didn't get to meet Joe, unfortunately, but he got to see the place where we do the stuff here. And then I pulled the Trump card and I said, okay, Povey. I said, Bill gave me the wrong name. He said Povey, so I keep saying Povey. Povey. I said, are you hungry? We'll get a bite. Yeah, sure. What do you want? I'm like, let's go. I'll take you out for burgers. And I took him to this burger stand, All American Burger.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I always thought harkened back to like a California burger place, and right. He said the same thing. It's kind of like an In-N-Out, and I think that worked. He was kind of he liked
made him feel at home, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
So
did he teach you how to say crikey right?
No, we didn't get into that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
I like to learn how to speak Australian.
Well, next time.
Yeah, definitely.
I know he had a really good time. I know he was. I'd given him Bill's contact. Because he had said to me, hey, I'm going to be in New York for this other story. Is there anything you want me to do? Well, for you. And I was like, well, nothing in particular, but why don't you hit up my friend Bill? Because if there's something going on, he's going to know about it. Right. And, so he wasn't able to do the full Day with Bill tour, which right. I think Bill should just straight up charge for. Like, car guy, spend a day with Bill. Like,
right.
He'll just take you around. Every single stop's going to be a joy. And
He's
then, unfortunately,
like
I was hoping that he could go check out the slot car place in Brooklyn.
Oh,
yeah. But they closed for the summer. Have you guys ever been there?
The one in Brooklyn? No.
No, I've been to the one out. No, I've been to the one I have by us, but no, okay. Yeah, so Bill, of course, went to Plan B and he delegated down to me. And I said, okay, we can do that, not a problem. It's, let's do it.